What is up, Perichoresis? Welcome to the Daily Dance. It is Friday, only the last day of school for the week. Woohoo! We got the weekend coming up, so hopefully you had a great week and you're pumped about the weekend. Hopefully you have stuff going on at church, people that you can talk to, community that you can engage with, to have honest conversation about personal and emotional and spiritual growth. So here we are, part 5 of this movement series, The Daily Dance. And today I just want to talk about this one quick thing and then we're done. Building upon the verse that we just talked about yesterday, Acts 1:3. Jesus showed up from time to time. He was proving to the people that he was alive. And then it says this, it says, and he was talking to them about the kingdom of God. Like, just think about that for a second. The kingdom of God, like what does it mean to live the kingdom of God? And maybe for some of you, you might think, well, the kingdom of God, sure, he's talking about heaven. He's talking to them about heaven. But I would say, no, I don't think that's it. Because ultimately, the kingdom of God, it's like it's God's kingdom. When you have someone who is the king, the one who is the king is the one who has the ultimate authority. So maybe when Jesus shows up, he's proving to them that he's alive, and he's talking to them, okay, now that you understand that God is alive, let's talk about what it means to live a life with God as the authority. So what does it look like? What does it mean to live life with God as the one with the authority over your life? Like, instead of you and I making decisions, instead of you and I living our lives and making the choices that we do because it's what I want, because it's what I think is important at the time, for my enjoyment or for my entertainment or my taste or my liking or what's comfortable for me or what's safe for me or what makes me look popular or whatever. Like, instead of me being the one in authority of my life, what would it look like for God to be the one who has authority of your life? God has the authority over our choices. God has the authority to guide us as to what we watch or what we listen to or how we spend our time or how we spend our money. What would that look like if God had the authority of our life? And that's exactly what Jesus shows up and talks to the people about as he is beginning this movement that would be called Christianity. So I think it's appropriate for us as we are beginning our movement, the movement of perichoresis, or the movement of youth ministry, and a relevant, like that church could be a relevant, passionate, exciting thing that does stuff in the world. As we think about this idea of movement and starting a movement and joining a movement, being a part of the movement, that's all fine and good and exciting and whatever. But what about for us personally? Like, even like for me, what would it look like for God to have the authority of my choices, for God to have the authority of my life, living in the kingdom of God? Just take a second, reflect, think about that, and go to church, have a great weekend, join a community, be a part of something awesome, and we'll talk about this later, next week, as we continue the movement.